Hello there, welcome back to Ireland. Last time, well, we did some, damage, I guess I should call it, against the Scots. And I guess we'll probably just continue that same note. We'll be aiming first of all to get Dunbar to complete the duchy here. And then we'll probably go after Jorvik, go for a war here where we'll be aiming to take these two counties here. And we'll probably go after Ireland. We'll basically declare war on whomever we can, and just try and pick up as much land here as possible. What I'm thinking here is that I'll be using my Levi's to just do a, 2 seconds here, the sound was a little bit high on my end. Hopefully it's not that high on your end. It's kind of, I have to go by what I hear in order to try and actually make things work here. So, I believe these are the mercenaries and the red news, and apparently these guys are actually enough to siege. So we'll go down south here and detach these armies, destroy them, just get that out of the way, and then we'll go up and help with the sieges. So we'll do that first, and then I guess we'll go after Jorvik and everyone else we feel like kicking. So that's I guess our plan. We'll see how it turns out. I'll just go ahead here and I'll continue the hunt for the enemy's armies, and I'll probably also kill off this sieging, or I'll try at least to get rid of those units because they are a nuisance and to some extent they hurt my country here. So just hurting their armies is probably a good move. We'll also now go back up and help with the sieges, and then I guess we'll declare war on Jorvik. But unfortunately here, as you can see, my plot here to kill King Toster was revealed due to a drunken blabbermouth. He'll hate me, can't really do anything about that. The King of Scotland, or the Child King, doesn't really look that scary as it is right now. And for those of you who haven't noticed, I do usually just mark my the people who doesn't actually have anything to inherit right now. I simply mark them as a character of special interest, simply to be able to quickly find them when I have counties that I'm going to hand out. So let's just do that straight away. And this guy, the county of Dunbar, I do like to keep most of the counties in the family for the dynasty score. Keep this one high. Basically every game I play, I try to keep as many counties in the family as possible. But now that this guy actually have a county on his own, he's no longer of interest for me, unfortunately for him. But I guess we'll just go straight away here, go for a war against Northumberland, or for Northumberland, and then we'll declare war on Ireland afterwards. We'll see how it turns out. Should be a fairly simple just siege war, I think. We'll see how it turns out. I'll just get going and try and win this war without any fuss. Just realized I completely forgot about this guy. Rulaug of Rulaug's host has declared the conquest of Ulster. I have no idea how many troops this guy will actually have. That is kind of the scary part. He has declared a host war, but he doesn't actually... I could always take the 250 gold here chance. I do have both of the mercenaries that I can have, so I took a chance there. Didn't really pan out as I'd liked. I'll probably get another chance down the line. But for now, I'm probably screwed. That's 200 galleys, but only 1600 men. Well, I guess that works out fine. Of course, the Catholics realize that there's blood in the air and rise up as well. But as you can imagine, both of these armies will most likely just be destroyed here. Allow this siege to finish, and yeah, we'll start hunting down those troops immediately before they actually, or before he brings even more troops onto the islands, as it were. It seems like, yeah, we're definitely losing the battle here, unfortunately, and of course he's bringing even more troops into the fray here. So I'm probably going to lose the Duchy of Ulster here. I have no idea if that's all the troops he has. Unfortunately, I can't actually check this, but I can at least try and solve this by getting my Levi's up, and I should probably have done this far sooner, but unfortunately I couldn't really get anything done before now. So let's see if we can join up a force that can challenge him. I got another son here, Mari of all names. In Norway that's a girl's name, but I can live with that. because this kid is probably going to be the heir, and martial-wise he's already becoming quite good, and he might actually inherit pretty soon if the next battle here doesn't go as we want it to. So it'll be interesting to see how it actually winds up by the end here. I'm a little bit unsure if I should actually join these armies into the battle, because as things are currently standing, that might not be such a brilliant idea. Of course, these sieging squad here decided to join in the fray as well. Nothing that I like, as it were. There are a lot of troops here, so I'll be joining up these troops to get some extra troops here, because I think it'll be important to just have them. It seems like we'll be able to beat the host here at least, so that is of course very important. We have beaten back the host. We have actually. So I got a good or a strong noble here. Can he challenge this guy? No, he can't. So it's not really that good. He's a misguided warrior. He's almost better as a chancellor than he is as a marshal, and I already have better, well, chieftains in both. So I'll not be doing any use of them. Unfortunately, I'm ill. So once again, another chance or another reason why I might actually wind up dead here. I'll get 200 prestige, that's good, and I'll banish this guy. I'll banish him. He had 400 gold, that is enough to save his life. That is enough to save a king's life in my dungeons. So I'll banish a war leader. He'll probably come back later, or one of his descendants will come back and cause trouble. But for now, I can live with just sending him away, or banishing him and taking all his gold. Actually earn money on this, which is the weirdest thing ever. Another grandson. I'm starting to get a ton of these, and that is of course pretty damn good, because I have a well, this is not as good, but it works. So I can now start handing over lands to family members rather than anyone else. How much money do you have? 9 gold. Execution for you, good sir. And we'll just, I guess I'll just go down here and destroy the Jorvik army, simply because of the fact that I can. And also because of the fact that it'll be important to do so. So we'll destroy that one, and then we'll continue, I guess, the war here. It should give a fair amount of war score. Didn't actually give it any war score because of the fact that the Jutland army, it seems like we ended up well, coming to its aid, and as such we simply sacrificed men for no purpose at all. And to be honest, I'm not a fan of that. So we'll just get this guy. Once again, a matrimony. What's the name of this? A matrilineal marriage. Basically, I want to keep as many or create as many dynasty members as possible, and that's the way to go. So I'll just finish up this war, and then we'll consider a war against Jutland. We'll see how it goes. My son here has a chance to get ambitious, and considering how old I am, that is probably just a very smart thing to do. Ambitious will boost the stats quite considerably. Constantine, you are a peasant leader. I should probably have executed you already. So, very well. I've set him free. He's at peace, hopefully. Yeah, I know, kind of mean, but it's a game, and hopefully, I would assume that this kind of behavior would kind of make revolts be a little bit bigger and a little bit rarer, but the fact that rebel leaders rise up every now and again doesn't really bode for or hint to that working. I would really have liked if the mechanics actually worked that way. That if you actually pulled off a let's see here, if you killed, executed peasant leaders, rebels, everything like that, they'd be kind of wary of rising up in the future. If they weren't actually certain they could beat you, they'd take a little bit longer. Preparations and such. Basically, they'd be doing their best to be able to survive the battle, because as they're standing up now, the only thing they'll be getting by rising up is death. That is the only thing I'm granting them. That is the only thing they'll win in the war. So I don't really see any point really to why they'd continue as they're currently doing. So yeah, I'd really like it if they could add that, but it might be difficult, I guess. But that is definitely a feature that I love. I'd definitely start playing this game a lot more if that were the case. I do play quite a bit already now. I'm starting to get the. How should I put it? I'm starting to really like this game again. I I want to play it, and as such, I'm currently thinking of starting once again a how should I put this? What's the name of it? Thinking of starting a kind of the same thing that I have for the EU4, an achievement series, because I don't really have any achievements for this game now, and that is basically because of the fact that I did a lot of gaming before the achievements actually came out on anything here, and as a result, how should I put this? I don't have any achievements, although I've basically done what the achievement is about, so that is kind of annoying. I'll probably do a little bit of video of this on my own, give you guys an opinion whether or not you should, whether or not I should do it, if you'd like it and such. So I'll stop babbling about that right now. As you can see, we are war with Jorvik and Jylland. We'll probably win both of them. It seems like they have some internal trouble as well. Of course, that is good for me, makes things a little bit easier, a little bit, well, better, smarter, shorter. Of course, now I have to do a little bit of running around, slaughtering smaller troops, but it shouldn't actually be anything to fuss about. As long as I just pick down the smaller armies before they actually start causing a fuss, everything should be alright. So I'll be aiming at doing that, and we'll see how this all winds up in the end. But as you can see here, we are definitely causing a lot of problem for our opponents here. They shouldn't be able to really do anything at all. So apparently this guy, County of Mortain. Hey, we actually have a King of Brittany. Once again, this is actually happening in basically all my games, that a King of Brittany rises up, and that is because of that's because of revolts. There's no other reason why that crown is actually created. It's because of the revolts. Like I had with Ireland here, I've had a couple, 2 or 3. The liberation revolts, they actually rise up to liberate the country or crown, and by that denomination, they actually do get the crown in question. But for now, I guess we'll just go ahead here and finish the war with Jorvik first, just to get that out of the way. Less troops to focus on and all that. So we'll aim with that. Crusader kings, the way-holders of Western Christianity are under siege by infidels. Desperate Christian lords have persuaded His Holiness Pope Simplicius II to declare his intention of forging a great and righteous alliance to expel the heathens in the name of God. This signals a new era of the large-scale Christian holy wars, the Crusades. Well, the Crusades. No, the Crusades. It's foolish posturing. And we have the Knights of St. John, we have the Teutonic Order, the Knights of Santiago. Basically, a lot of shit is going to happen right now. The Knights of Calatrava. I don't think I can use these guys if I could. No, I can't use them because I'm Jewish. So, potentially, we might have to do a little bit of break for Christendom. Or Catholicism. Wow, this is actually kind of interesting. France has actually fallen, or Aquitaine that is, has fallen to the Umayyads. The Byzantine Empire is standing strong. France has some of... This is kind of an interesting map, especially since Hungary is actually stretching all the way over there. Homegarder is still around. Norway is formed. Sweden still hasn't actually been... Yeah, they actually have created it. And there's actually a union here. Who's inheriting? Okay, luckily Norway and Sweden won't actually be joined under one ruler. I was kind of worried there for a second. But it'll be interesting to see how Europe actually will turn out from that. We have a Hungary that goes straight into Golden Horde territory. We have a France that has some holdings in Italy, some breaking free. We have a tiny white little Italy here. We have Burgundy. There's probably going to be a lot of interesting things to happen here, but this is kind of surprising here. The Crusade for Hungary, of all things to decide to start for, Hungary. Well, it's a big kingdom, so I guess it makes sense, but even so. The first Crusade launched for Hungary. And also, secondly, the first Crusade launched in 915. And I had nothing to do with that. That is ridiculous. That is hilarious on all accounts. I think that's kind of overpowered. That if you get a little bit conquered, you can. Well, we launched a crusade for Hungary. Didn't actually do anything to cause the problem in the first place. I dare say that if a crusade is actually launched before the usual time, 10:30, I'd rather see it that they made it so that the target of the crusade would actually be be whomever screwed them over in the first place. So if the Umayyads now, as you can see, took Aquitaine, they should be automatically the target for the Crusade, and the Crusade should simply be to reclaim the Holy Land. That's basically what I'd like to see, that there are limitations that needs to be followed, no matter how you actually see it, because of the fact that now Crusades can be launched by them without any problems. That makes things a little bit interesting. The fact that I actually caught a prince and a king there should probably give me quite a bit of bounty or cash. So let's see if these guys actually have any money for me. If not, I'll just keep them in my prison. It's expensive to get out. You either pay the debt or get banished and get out that way. On that note, I don't really care for these guys. I can't sacrifice them to the pagan gods, so no real reason to keep them prisoner. Also, the fact now is that I need to, well, focus on killing off the troops here before they actually join into one big army, because that is basically the way that I keep myself alive here, by destroying these minor armies before they start causing trouble. And also, of course, they give me war score, so I'm not against destroying them, and it should actually be enough to probably grant me victory here. So all in all, it's a pretty damn good position to be in, and I'm pretty happy about it. The only thing that I have a little bit pet peeve right now is the fact that we have a crusade for Hungary. It'll be kind of interesting, I guess. Let's see here. The King of Hungary is currently winning, and as you can see, it's no countries are actually in this. It's simply Grand Master of Santiago, Tutunegorda, it's Hospitaler, Calavatra, Calatrava. So there'll probably be a knight nation around here, and I'll hunt it down. Mark my words. It'll be interesting to see though. So that concludes this episode. We'll continue the war for Mercia, I believe it is. Next episode, we'll probably also go after Wessex right afterwards. That should be interesting. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.